From DC's thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev to Uriah Hall pulling out, to Glover's thoughts on the Strickland Pereira fight and more. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on the latest fight news. Let's get to it. 1. Khamzat Chimaev is very scary according to Daniel Cormier, but should still keep the mystery alive. Former champ Daniel Cormier believes in Khamzat Chimaev and is drinking the Kool-Aid when it comes to the Chechen Swede's abilities. Khamzat has been perfect in his MMA career thus far, winning all 10 of his professional cage fights via submission or knockout. He's also won his first 4 fights, all by finishes, all inside of 2 rounds. Khamzat has been incredibly impressive and his star is only rising as he now has a fight set up against the former title challenger Gilbert Burns. Burns is currently ranked number 2 in the welterweight division, while Khamzat is sitting at number 10. But we all know that when the UFC sees an opportunity to take advantage of a fighter's momentum and that he could possibly deliver, then they'll grant that fighter that spotlight that they've been asking for. In this case, the hype behind Khamzat has propelled him to a potential number 1 contenders fight at UFC 273 on April 9th. Khamzat is also a massive 6-1 favorite to beat Burns in this fight. Burns is going to go into this fight as a massive underdog, despite the fact that he's been a stalwart for the promotion for several years and is an incredible fighter himself. Cormier, however, believes that Khamzat needs to keep more of the mystery around him. This is what he said in a recent interview with MMA Fighting about Khamzat and Darren Till's budding display of friendship all over social media.
Now, I love the whole buddy-buddy thing with Darren Till. I think it's a mistake. I think he should continue to be a mystery to people. I think he should spend as little time in front of the public and showing who he is, pulling the curtain back. I would pull the curtain back as little as I could if I'm Khamzat, just because the mystery is good for him. But yes, he's very scary.
What do you think of DC's comments here? Do you agree with him or disagree? Let us know in the comments below. 2. Uriah Hall withdraws from Andre Munic's fight on ESPN 34. Uriah Hall is going to have to withdraw from the Andre Munic fight that was scheduled for UFC on ESPN 34 at the UFC Apex on April 16th. The fight was the return of Hall, a finalist on the Ultimate Fighter Season 17 after he dropped the decision to Sean Strickland back in July 2021 in a fight night main event. Prior to that bout, Hall was on a 4-fight winning streak with victories over former champions like Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva. Meanwhile, Munic has been on a roll in the UFC and remains unbeaten in the world's premier cage fighting promotion. He's won 4 straight bouts, 3 by armbar submission, including over BJJ world champion Jacare Souza. The UFC on ESPN 34 card will feature some big-time bouts, including Vicente Luque versus Bilal Muhammad at welterweight and the return of heavyweight favorite Chris Barnett versus Martin Buday, among other fights. What do you think about Uriah Hall having to withdraw from the fight due to an undisclosed injury? Let us know in the comments below. Before we get to our next story, take a second to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest fight news. 3. Glover Teixeira believes Sean Strickland is not a true test for Alex Pereira. The only man to have ever knocked out UFC middleweight champion Alex Pereira is set to take on Sean Strickland at UFC 277 this coming July in a middleweight matchup that gives us a clue as to what the promotion has planned for Pereira. Pereira is a world-class kickboxer and is 2-0 against Adesanya in both of their kickboxing fights in 2016 and 2017. Their last fight in Brazil in 2017 saw Pereira knock out the last stylebender in what became Izzy's last official kickboxing bout. He ultimately decided to focus on MMA from there, made it to the UFC, and the rest is history. Pereira, meanwhile, continued on in kickboxing for a few more years until he finally transitioned to MMA. His debut for the premier cage fighting promotion was back in November, a flying knee knockout of Andreas Michailidis early in the 2nd round. And just last month, Pereira got past a very tough Bruno Silva via unanimous decision, having gone the full 15 minutes. With the way Adesanya has been getting past opponents from his UFC debut to his last title defense, he's running out of formidable challengers who could seriously give him a run for his money. Many believe that Pereira is that guy, and the UFC might be in agreement. This is why he's getting the ever-tough Sean Strickland, who is currently number 4 in the division, in just his 3rd UFC fight. Strickland has also been pegged as a potential title challenger after he got past Jack Hermansson in a marquee matchup in late February, winning a decisive, unanimous decision after 25 minutes. But one of Pereira's coaches and fellow training partners, light heavyweight champion Glover Teixeira, believes that Pereira is going through a gauntlet of tough fights, but that he's built for this. Teixeira even goes so far as to say that Pereira's last opponent was better than Strickland. This is what he said in a recent interview with the Corner Man MMA.
Yeah, no, he's mentality, man. You know, he's a fighter. He's enjoying what he's doing, and the fight with Bruno was good. You know, it was a tough fight. It was a fight he fought a tremendous. I think Bruno for sure is tougher than Sean Strickland, in my opinion. You know.
Pereira is unranked at the moment in the middleweight division. A win over Strickland could put him in the top 10 of the division. With Adesanya set to face Jared Cannonier later this year, if he's able to beat Cannonier, we could see Adesanya and Pereira finally meeting once again sooner than later. What do you think about Glover's statements here about Strickland? And who do you think would win this fight between Pereira and Strickland? Let us know in the comments below. There's always so much going on in the fight world, and we got it all here for you on MMA Rumor. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell to keep updated with all things MMA. Thanks for watching.